Have you ever felt an instant, inexplicable connection with someone? What if I told you it might not be mere coincidence, but rather an unseen chemical force at play? Today, we're diving into the mysterious world of pheromones, those invisible influencers of attraction. Are they real-life love potions or just hype? Let's find out. This episode is a collaboration of experts to provide you with a deeper understanding, and the voice you're hearing represents a unified perspective from our team.
All right, so you sent in a bunch of articles about pheromones. Clearly, you're interested in the science of attraction, that kind of like invisible pull that makes us click with certain people.
Right.
Like, is it all just a matter of chemistry?
Well,
get this.
Okay.
In 1998, there was this study by Cutler, Friedmann, and McCoy. They looked at men who were using synthesized pheromones. The result, these guys, they reported going on more dates and having more intimate encounters. So are we talking about like a real-life love potion? Is this a thing?
Hold on. Okay, it's easy to get all like, swept up in the excitement.
Right.
But we really need to like separate the hard science from all the hype. First, let's like define what we're even talking about.
Okay.
Pheromones.
Yeah.
They are chemical substances that trigger social responses in members of the same species. Okay.
Like, you know how like a queen bee releases a pheromone and it keeps the whole hive working in harmony?
Okay, yeah. So like a chemical language?
Yeah, like a chemical language.
But do humans really speak it?
That is the question.
Don't some animals have,
They do.
like a special organ
Yes.
for sensing pheromones?
They do. It's called the vomeronasal organ.
Okay.
Or VNO.
VNO. Okay.
And it's located in the nose.
Got it.
Now, here's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
While the VNO is like a pheromone powerhouse
Yeah.
in lots of animals, its role in humans is still very much up for debate.
Really?
Yeah. Some researchers believe it's basically useless in us,
Oh, wow.
while others think that it might still be like somewhat functional.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But what if even without like a super-powered VNO,
Yeah.
we're still picking up on pheromonal signals?
Possibly.
Could that explain why you sometimes just
You just
feel an instant connection with someone? Yeah, that's the million-dollar question.
Right.
And while the jury is still out on exactly how it works in humans, there is some fascinating evidence that suggests that pheromones do play a role,
Okay.
even subconsciously.
So like we don't even know it's happening,
Right.
but it could be.
Yeah. Okay. Remember that Cutler study we were talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The love potion one.
Yeah. Well, while those results were very intriguing, we can't just jump to conclusions.
Okay.
The study didn't actually measure attractiveness.
Oh.
It just measured what the participants reported.
Okay.
So maybe it was a placebo effect.
Okay.
You know, believing they were more attractive could have actually made them act more confidently, which then, in turn, actually led to more success.
Oh, so confidence is its own kind of pheromone.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But let's not forget, attraction is a pretty complicated thing.
Very complicated.
Like personality, shared interests, all that stuff matters too. It's not just smell.
It's a symphony of factors, not just the solo act by pheromones.
I like that.
But here's another intriguing piece of the puzzle.
Okay.
A study by Jacob and McClintock in 2000
Okay.
found that when women were exposed to Androstadienone,
Androstadienone. Great.
it's a compound found in male sweat.
Oh, okay.
Their moods improved.
Wait, so a whiff of sweaty guy could actually make you feel happier.
Well,
Is that why people pack into those hot, crowded clubs?
I don't know about that.
No, I'm kidding. But seriously, though, how does a mood boost translate to attraction?
Well, think about it this way.
Okay.
If you're feeling good,
Yeah.
you're probably more open to connecting with others.
Okay.
You're smiling more, you're making eye contact.
Right.
Generally, you're just putting out a more welcoming vibe.
So it's not a direct, like, love potion effect.
Right.
But more like setting the stage for attraction. Pheromones as mood lighting, so to speak.
I like that.
But are there any specific compounds that scientists think might actually be human pheromones?
There are a few candidates
Oh, really?
that have caught the attention of researchers.
Okay.
Dr. Tristram Wyatt,
Okay.
who is a leading expert in the field, reviewed a ton of research in 2015.
Wow.
and pointed to a couple of compounds that seem particularly promising. One is Androstadienone.
Okay, the sweat one.
Yeah, the one we just mentioned.
Yeah.
And the other one is estratranol.
Estratranol.
It's estratration. Yeah.
So?
Which is found in female urine.
Okay.
What makes these stand out is that they seem to activate the hypothalamus.
The what?
Hypothalamus.
Okay.
A part of the brain involved in sexual behavior.
Oh, okay. So there is a connection there potentially.
Potentially.
Okay, so we've got some intriguing clues.
Right.
But still a lot of unknowns. It's like we're piecing together this giant puzzle, but some of the pieces are still missing.
Right.
So even if we do have pheromones, they're probably not working in isolation, right?
Right.
Our brains are taking in so much more information.
And exactly. And this is where the psychological side comes in.
Okay.
Think about it. You might catch a whiff of someone's scent that triggers a positive response, like deep down.
Yeah. But then they start talking about their extensive collection of garden gnomes.
Exactly.
And it's game over.
Right.
Okay.
Our brains are incredibly sophisticated. We are processing scent alongside everything else. Appearance, voice, personality, even the context of the situation.
Yeah.
And it all comes together to shape our feelings of attraction.
So pheromones might be whispering in the background.
Yeah.
But they're not calling all the shots.
Exactly. To really understand attraction.
Yeah.
We need to look beyond just the chemistry and consider the whole experience.
The whole picture.
Yeah, it's like a complex recipe. You need all the right ingredients to create something truly delicious.
I like that analogy.
Yeah.
Okay, but let's not, totally dismiss the power of scent just yet.
Right.
Remember how we were talking about how pheromones might influence mood?
Yeah.
Well, I read that some researchers believe they could even play a role
Oh, really?
in helping us choose partners
Interesting.
who are genetically different from us.
That's right. You're referring to the idea of MHC genes.
MHC.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which are involved in our immune system.
Okay, got it.
Studies have shown that people tend to be more attracted to the scents of individuals who have different MHC genes than their own.
Whoa. So our noses might actually be helping us subconsciously choose partners who could give our children a stronger immune system.
Yeah. It's possible.
That's wild.
It's a fascinating area of research.
Yeah.
And it suggests that there's a lot more to attraction than meets the eye.
Or the nose.
Or the nose, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
But hold on. Earlier you mentioned that Androstadienone, that compound found in male sweat, seemed to boost women's moods. So does that mean guys should just be ditching the deodorant and going au naturel?
Honey, I wouldn't recommend going that far.
Okay.
Remember, context is key.
Right.
While some studies have shown interesting effects with isolated compounds, our bodies are complex systems. We're constantly producing a whole cocktail of scents.
Right.
And those can vary depending on diet stress levels, even what we wash our clothes with.
So it's not quite that straightforward.
No, it's not that simple.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe instead of focusing on one specific magic pheromone, we should just be focusing on overall health and well-being.
There's definitely something to be said for that.
Yeah.
And, it brings up another interesting point about pheromones and communication.
Okay.
It's not just about attracting mates.
Oh, okay.
Some researchers believe that pheromones might play a role in how we convey emotions as well.
Wait, you're saying we can smell each other's feelings?
It's possible.
Like if someone's feeling stressed?
Yeah.
Can you actually catch a whiff of their anxiety?
There's some evidence that points in that direction.
Right.
For example, studies have shown that people can subconsciously detect fear pheromones released by others.
Crazy.
It's thought that this ability might have evolved to help us quickly detect and respond to danger.
So like a built-in warning system.
Imagine our ancestors out on the savannah.
Okay. Yeah.
If one person smelled fear, everyone in the group would know to be on high alert.
To be like, oh, something's wrong.
Right, which would increase their chances of survival.
That's pretty amazing.
It is pretty amazing.
Like a whole hidden language of emotions that we're not even aware of.
Right.
So next time I'm in a crowded elevator, I'll have to pay attention to not just what I'm seeing,
right,
but what I'm smelling too.
Exactly.
But on a more serious note, this idea that emotions can be contagious through scent is fascinating.
It is fascinating.
Could that explain why certain environments or groups of people feel more tense or relaxed than others?
That's a really intriguing question.
Yeah.
And one that researchers are still exploring.
Wow.
It definitely highlights the complex interplay between our biology and our social environment.
Okay, I'm officially mind blown.
It is mind-blowing.
This whole conversation has just made me hyper aware of all the subtle signals we're sending and receiving all the time.
Yeah.
It's like we're walking around this invisible cloud of scent.
Right.
That's influencing our behavior and interactions.
Exactly. And I think that's one of the most exciting things about this field of research.
Yeah.
It really challenges our assumptions about how we perceive the world and interact with each other.
It's like peeling back a layer of reality and discovering this whole new dimension of communication.
And we've only just scratched the surface.
Wow.
There's still so much to learn about the fascinating world of human pheromones.
Well, I'm definitely hooked.
Good.
So let's dive into the next layer of the mystery. What else have you uncovered in your research? So we've explored all this evidence that pheromones might be this hidden language of attraction and emotion.
Mm-hmm.
But let's get practical for a sec.
Okay.
What does all this mean for us in the real world?
That's the big question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can we actually use this knowledge to our advantage? I mean,
Yeah.
walk down any aisle in a department store.
Right.
You'll see shelves full of pheromone perfumes promising to make you irresistible.
So do these love potions in a bottle actually work?
Well,
Or are they just playing on our hopes and dreams?
as we've discussed, the research on human pheromones is still pretty young.
Yeah.
And the results are mixed.
Okay.
Some studies have shown some promising effects,
Yeah.
but others haven't been able to replicate those findings.
Interesting.
So it's possible that those pheromone products are capitalizing on our desire for a quick fix without the science to really back it up.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, it kind of is.
But beyond the marketing hype,
Yeah.
are there any practical takeaways from all this research? Anything we can actually do to, enhance our own scent appeal?
I think the biggest takeaway is simply being more aware of the subtle ways that our bodies communicate.
Okay.
We often focus so much on what we say, how we look,
Right.
but scent plays a role too.
So maybe paying more attention to
Exactly.
our own hygiene and fragrance choices, not just for ourselves, but for the message that we might be sending to others.
Exactly, and it's not just about attracting romantic partners.
Oh, okay.
Pheromones might also influence our interactions with friends, family, and even colleagues.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So maybe skip the garlic bread the night before a big presentation.
Probably a good idea.
Right.
But seriously, being mindful of our scent
Yeah.
can be a subtle way to enhance communication
Okay.
and create a more positive impression.
Okay, hygiene, fragrance, got it. Anything else we can do to harness the power of pheromones?
Well,
Even if we don't totally understand how they work yet.
some experts believe that simply being around people we find attractive
Yeah.
can naturally boost our own pheromone production.
Really?
It's like our bodies respond to those subconscious cues.
So the best pheromone hack is to surround ourselves with people who make us feel good.
I think so.
That sounds way more fun than dousing ourselves in some questionable perfume.
Absolutely.
Right.
Genuine connection and positive interaction will always be more powerful than any artificial scent.
And that kind of brings us back to the importance of context.
It does.
As we've explored throughout this whole deep dive, pheromones aren't some magical love potion.
Right.
They're just one piece of a very complex puzzle.
Exactly. Our brains are constantly integrating information from all of our senses, along with our past experiences.
Yeah.
And what our culture tells us is attractive. It's a holistic process. And trying to isolate one single factor like pheromones as the key to attraction is just oversimplifying things.
So for our listener out there who's been totally captivated by the mystery of pheromones, what's like the final takeaway?
I think the most important message is to embrace the mystery.
Okay.
We're constantly learning new things about the human body.
Yeah.
The intricate ways that we connect with each other. Pheromones are just one example of how amazingly complex human nature really is.
Beautifully said. And maybe, just maybe, as we continue to explore this fascinating field, we'll unlock even more secrets about the science of attraction.
Who knows what we might discover? The world of scent is full of possibilities.
Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the alluring world of pheromones.
It's been a pleasure.
It's been a truly sensational journey.
Until next time, keep your senses open and your minds curious.
Thanks for joining us on this sensory journey into the science of pheromones. While we may still be piecing together their true impact, one thing is clear. Human attraction is a complex dance of biology and psychology. If this episode sparked your curiosity, don't forget to subscribe, share, and leave a comment about your thoughts on the unseen powers of attraction. Until next time, keep your senses sharp and your mind open.